Hello and welcome, students, to another class for your online learning. And today's topic will be Chapter 2 from your Beehive, the poem The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost, one of my favorite poets. And this poem will be about life's choices. As you can see, the man who is trying to choose in the picture to go on the right path or the left path. So let's see. I please do keep the poem along with you at the side so that you can understand in a more better and clear way. Let's begin with the poet first. Robert Frost, whose full name is Robert Lee Frost, was born on March 26th, 1874, and he died January 29th, 1963. He was an American poet. His work was initially published in England before it was published in America. The Road Not Taken is a poem by Robert Frost, published in 1916 as the first poem in the collection Mountain Interval. Among English speakers and especially in North America, it is a comparatively famous poem. Its central theme is divergence of paths. So, this is the central theme, that means the divergence, that is, means the separation of paths. The main theme of the road not taken is that it is often impossible to see where a life altering decision will lead. Thus, one should make the decision with confidence. It is normal to wonder what the outcome would have been if the road not taken, was the road chosen. But to contemplate this hypothetical deeply is folly. For it is impossible to say whether taking the other road would have been better or worse. All one can say is that it would have been different. So, this is uh, what vexes the art poet, who is in between roads, and he is at a point in his journey where it is a bit difficult to choose the one choice over the other, to decide which one to do. And similarly, many of you also have lot of choices that you can make. I hope you are sitting down with your notebook and pen and writing notes for the summary to follow, which you will have to write a 200 summary on your own. And please do learn the poem also. So, we can't be sure whether which decision is the correct decision, but both the decisions are different from one another, which the poet is going to make. The road not taken consists of four stanzas of 5 lines. 5 lines each, four stanzas, so total of about 20 lines. The rhyme scheme is A B A A B. You know the rhyme scheme. The ending word will always rhyme, and the ending word of every line will be in the rhyme scheme of A B A A B. Please read the poem thoroughly, you will understand it easily. The speaker stands in the way, in the woods, considering a fork in the road. Fork, if you have seen a fork at home also, you know it has many spikes from one central spike. Both ways are equally worn and equally overlaid with untrodden leaves. The speaker chooses one, telling himself that he will take the other another day. Yet he knows it is unlikely that he will have the opportunity to do so. And he admits that someday in the future he will recreate the scene with a slight twist. He will claim that he took the less traveled road. So this is the you know truth of life. You can't choose both the paths, like Many students, they are very worried after passing their class 10, which stream to take, science, arts, or commerce. But uh, any stream they take, it will take them to a different path, and obviously they can't change it back after a few years. Hmm. So we have to be careful of the choices that we make. The central message here is that in life we are often presented with choices. When making a choice, one is required to make a decision. Viewing a choice as a fork in a path, it becomes clear that we must choose one direction or another, but not both. In the road not taken, Frost does not indicate whether the road he chose was the right one. Nonetheless, that is the way he is going now, and the place he ends up, for better or worse, was the result of his decision. Hmm? The road itself symbolizes the journey of life, and the image of a road forking off means separating off into two paths symbolizes a choice. In the road not taken, Frost primarily makes use of metaphor. The whole poem is an extended metaphor, and the road acts as a metaphor for life. So, uh, the figure of speech metaphor has been used, which means a comparison between two separate entities, giving one's quality to the other, and without using words like or as. So, the road itself symbolizes life. Similarly, in our life also, there will be many choices we have to make, and that is how we can relate to the poet who has written a poem about it, and a pretty good one, where the whole poem circles on life and the choices, and we have to stick with our choices for better or worse, because we cannot be sure what is the rightful decision, but we can be sure that both the decisions will be different from one another, and we can't take both the choices at once. So, students, I want you to read and learn the poem. If you have any doubts, please comment below. Yes, write it in blue fountain ink in your notebook, and read the text, solve the question answers, and please stay tuned for the next lesson, in which we will discuss some question answers from the road not taken. Thank you all.